This is our best radio offer. Get your risk-free 60-day trial of Proactiv plus 2 free extras. Go to getproactive.com or call 1-800-752-4996. That's 1-800-752-4996.
PM show on CRN Digital Talk Radio. I'm Michael Horn. Ladies and gentlemen, that's the great Larry Minetti and our guest, the equally great Dennis Farina here on the show today. It's to get Larry and Dennis Farina together. I mean, we're talking about Dennis's new TV show, but I have to mention, Dennis, you also, didn't you work with Bette Midler in that Old Feeling? Wasn't that one of your films also?
Oh, yeah, I love doing that. And Carl Reiner was our director.
Oh,
He's such
wow.
a wonderful, wonderful man. And
Great movie.
Do you have a favorite director
I just adore him.
Do you have a favorite director that you worked with, Dennis?
Well, I've been fortunate. I worked with some, Carl Reiner and Michael Mann and Barry Sonnenfeld and, Martin Brest. I've just been wonderful, lucky working with these people. And I just got through working, we did an episode of Luck that was directed by a lady, Mimi Leader, who was one of my favorites.
Wow. What about Steven Spielberg? You left him out.
Yeah, well, that's when you start naming names, you feel bad because you leave somebody out. But I've been blessed. I worked with wonderful, wonderful people.
That guy Quentin Tarantino, didn't you work with him and Get Shorty? Is he kind of a little out there sometimes? He looks like he could be a little offbeat in his directing style.
Yeah, it would pay
No,
off.
I don't think Quentin Tarantino was involved in Get Shorty.
Oh, he wasn't? Okay. Did you ever work with Quentin Tarantino?
Barry Sonnenfeld directed Get Shorty.
That's right. Barry did that. Did you ever work with Quentin or any guys that had a little offbeat directing style?
They all had
I never worked.
mustaches.
A lot of people think I've worked with Quentin Tarantino or Martin Scorsese, but I never have.
Okay, now let's talk about Luck, because this is starting, this fall? Is this the new TV series?
Well, we think, HBO has its own schedule. We think, and the latest that we heard is that it'll probably start in January, but that's, that's just speculation.
It's going to be great, huh? You going to watch it?
Of course I'm going to watch it. It'll punch my brains out.
That's good.
What about, tell everybody about Joe May, because I can't wait to see it, and I'm interested to know a little bit about it.
Well, I did a movie, an independent picture in Chicago called The Last Rites of Joe May, written and directed by a fellow named Joe Maggio. And it's about a street hustler who's on his last legs. And he's just trying to get through life. And he finds that life is passing him by. We did it in Chicago. It was just at the Tribeca Film Festival. And we think it's going to be, I shouldn't say anything, but we hope and think it's going to be at the Chicago Film Festival and some others. And will probably be in a limited release probably in October.
Wow, I can't wait to see it. I mean, there's just so many things you've done. What's Knucklehead? Am I driving you crazy, Dennis?
No. Knucklehead is a little picture I did. I really feel bad about Knucklehead because I had such a wonderful time doing it, and we did it in New Orleans, and I wish it would have got a bigger distribution deal. It was one of those little movies. It's about... there's a wrestler. They call him the Big Show. He's one of the biggest persons I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, he's huge.
Yeah, and he's the oldest and biggest kid in an orphanage. And, of course, nobody wants to adopt him.
Right.
Except the fight promoter who uses him as a fighter.
Whoa.
I thought it was a delightful, cute little movie, and I really enjoyed doing it.
That sounds neat. Is this a true story?
No, it's not.
No, it's not a true story.
Right.
The Big Show was a big time.
I know.
wrestler.
I mean, it was so
You gotta watch
convincing.
the
I thought it was a
wrestling.
true story.
Get Vince McMahon on here.
I felt
We'll talk
sorry.
about
I
it.
had tears in my eyes for the Knucklehead.
That's good. Dennis, what do you like to do, for fun or something? Larry tells me you've got one of Dean Martin's classic automobiles.
I do. I have. I do have that, and I like to play golf and sit around. I like to read a good book, and I'm a TV watcher, And,
Yeah, what do you watch? What is on your DVR? What are you going to be watching on
Well,
TV?
I'm a big Seinfeld fan and Curb Your Enthusiasm.
It's good. You don't watch Magnum PI reruns like
Oh,
I do?
shut up,
I
will
watch
you?
Magnum all the time.
One of my favorites. What do you watch, Larry? What is that when you're watching television? Is there anything in particular?
Kukla, Fran and Ollie,
Wild Wild West.
which is in reruns. No, I don't watch Wild Wild West.
You do. It's a good show. I watched that as well. It's good. That's and now
I
you guys
don't.
both are from Chicago, then, right? Are you
Yeah,
Dennis?
there's a whole group of us, Dennis. Dennis, help me. Joe Montana, who else?
Oh, Dennis France is from Chicago, and
Gary Sinise,
Gary Sinise,
Bob Newhart,
Robert Conrad.
Malkovich.
Robert Conrad, John Malkovich, Charlton Heston
Kevin
was
Dunn.
from there.
There's a bunch of guys.
I used to. My parents are from Chicago. I used to go back every year. Does that qualify as a survey extra?
Who's that redheaded
Sure.
comedian that's on the D list? Catherine Gifford or Gifford? Kathy Gifford.
Kathy Griffin. She's
Yeah,
from
she's
Chicago?
Chicago.
Is she Chicago?
Yeah, she's from Chicago. No, wait, there's another one that was on Regis Philbin's show. Isn't that the same?
Oh, Kathy Lee.
Kathy Lee.
Lee.
Yeah, right. Okay. Well,
Kathy-
we know.
She's from Chicago
Yeah,
also?
no, she's not. She's.
He's got his Kathy's.
Yeah, I got my
hang on,
Kathy's.
hang on.
Her
We
name's
got
Griffin.
quick break coming back with more on CRN. It's the Larry Manetti Show. Stay with us. Dennis Farina, our guest.
Could switch.